going on?
That's what I want to know.
Like I said when I called you from Cincinnati, I was coming here on the same bus with Frisco and Felicia.
That's not the problem.
What is the problem? How come you're chewing me out on the phone this morning?
When you called me from Cincinnati, you didn't tell me you were going to put the kids in this hotel. You know who's staying here? Mr. B.
Where am I? That is a very good question, Captain Lewis. I've stayed in so many roadside dumps lately, they all seem the same. But, well, according to this matchbook I have, it says I'm in Beasley, Ohio. Gateway to Pennsylvania.
What would Frisco and Felicia be doing in that area?
Well, it's just another false lead. I'm about to take off from here, but I do have another tip, and I really think I should check it out. So, I'll be in touch.
Good luck, Bert.
Tessie? Tessie, answer the door. Tessie!
Martha, what are you doing here?
Come on, don't let's talk in the hall.
Does Duke know you're here? I thought you were supposed to be in Chicago with Frisco and Felicia. What's going on?
Will you stop asking questions? Chicago was a bust. The kids didn't show. Duke got nervous, sent me back to Cincinnati. Good thing, too.
Why?
Well, she double-crossed me. He locked up Frisco and Felicia in a hotel room, lifted their cash, and stole a mink coat.
Oh, great.
I managed to get back the mink.
Oh, that's the mink.
Want to try it on?
Oh, will you stick to business?
Sure. What do you think I'm here for, my health?
Well, you tell me.
Al tipped me off the kids were heading this way to find you. That's why.
Oh, I better call Duke. He'll have to know.
No, not so fast, Tessie. Don't rock the boat.
Well, what are you talking about? It's my responsibility to protect Frisco and Felicia for Duke.
You and me both, but I know Duke. He'll be furious if you let on what happens in Cincinnati. We can't tell anybody anything till we find Frisco and Felicia.
We're stuck with this situation, so before it turns into a nightmare like Frisco and Felicia coming down here, let's shut this conversation off right now.
I told you they're asleep. They're exhausted. So am I. It was a long trip.
I'm not interested in your bus trip, Edna. I want you to get back upstairs where you can keep an eye on Frisco and Felicia. I'll call you later. We'll get together later and talk.
What do I do if they wake up? If they try to leave the room?
Call me immediately. And don't tip your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little talk with Edna.
Where are you?
Downstairs in the casino.
Where's Edna?
Where she can do the most good in her room, keeping tabs on Frisco and Felicia.
You mean there aren't enough hotels in Atlantic City? What the hell are we running, a family reunion?
It'll be all right. I'm keeping her on a tight rein.
Well, it's a darn good thing that I'll be out of here in a few hours.
Checking out of the hotel?
I'll be checking out of Atlantic City, period. Look, I want you to come right up to my suite. We have to discuss Edna's next move. She has got to get that printout before she makes the hit on Felicia and Frisco.
Yeah, I hear you. And I'll make sure that she waits until you're back in Port Charles.
Correction. You will wait until I am visibly back in Port Charles. I can't have any connection with what happens to Frisco and Felicia.
Have a whiskey on the rocks, please. Duke, Sean's at the bar. I don't think you should come down from the penthouse. Something tells me he's here on a fishing expedition. All right, I'll take care of it. I'm very happy to meet you, Dr. Jones.
It's Tony, and this is my wife, Tanya.
Mrs. Jones?
Listen, I want to go right to the point. I wanted to ask you about Frisco and Felicia. Now, we're frantic, and we don't know where else to turn.
Must be rough.
I've got faith in my brother. I know him. I know Felicia, and I know that they didn't steal anything.
They just wouldn't do something like that.
Whoa, don't get my boss wrong. He doesn't blame him either.
Now, are you telling me that Duke believes they're innocent?
Duke and me both.
Mr. Moran, that means a lot to us.
Well, do you have any clue at all as to what might have happened to them?
We'd like to know if you or Duke heard anything, or if you remember anything that Felicia might have said when she was last here. You know, sometimes when you look back on things, if they're set out of context, they make sense.
Believe me, Duke and I couldn't come up with anything. We busted our brains to try to figure things out. Let me tell you something about Duke. He is anxious as you are for those kids to be found.
bothering to put up a bed for me.
Well, you have to sleep, don't you?
The amount of sleep I'll be doing, it's a waste of clean sheets.
Why? You gonna stay up all night and watch TV?
I'm going to be up all night walking the floor, Tessie. I'm too nervous to sleep.
Well, what are you so jumpy about?
Duke.
Relax. He doesn't even know you're here. It's our secret.
Tessie, Duke will have my head. If anything happens to those kids, they have to be protected.
I wish I could help you out, but I can't show my face to Frisco and Felicia. That's all part of Duke's plan, to keep the kids on the run and out of trouble by trying to find me.
My luck, just when I need a backup.
Oh, well, you quit griping. Think positive.
I am. I am positive I can't protect those kids alone.
Well, first you gotta find them before you can protect them.
I don't need you to tell me that.
How are you gonna find them? There must be 2 million people in and out of Atlantic City every day. It seems to me that you gotta lure them to you with some bait.
How about luring them with this?
A shopping bag?
The fur coat.
Hey, I got an idea. I know this auction place. It's in a terrific location on the boardwalk. Now, I'll bring the mink in, make them put it up on display in front of the window. Now, that'll bring the kids in.
But the trouble is, Frisco and Felicia won't have any money to bid on the coat. They might not show up for the auction.
Oh, they'll know it's Duke's coat. They'll show up, don't worry.
Are you sure?
Is Frisco a cop? Is Felicia on the run because Duke thinks she stole his coat? What do you think? Oh, the kids will come running after this coat, I guarantee it.
Tessie, you're a genius. When's the next auction?
Well, it should be in the paper. Let's see. It's usually on the back page. Yeah, oh, here it is. Okay. Now, it says here that items brought in first thing tomorrow morning can be included in tomorrow afternoon's auction.
It's gotta work.
Oh, it's not foolproof, but it's the only thing we have to flush out Frisco and Felicia.
You sure you want to do business here?
Should be out of quarters pretty soon.
If she doesn't hit the jackpot.
Right, as I was saying, Mr. B has checked out of the hotel. He's probably already at the airport now. He left some specific instructions for you. You're to get that printout in your hands before you put the hit out on Frisco and Felicia.
You gotta figure out a reason to get them out of the room while I search it.
Well, you said they came down here wearing senior citizens' clothes, right? Tell him you're going to take him shopping, buy him some new clothes. Get him in some confined spot and shoot him there.
It still doesn't answer how I get them to wait for me while I'm in their room.
You should bring him down here to the casino first. Huh? Tell him you're going to teach him some gambling tricks. While they're busy at the table, you excuse yourself, you go up to their room, you find the printout. If you can trust them to stay in one place while you go through their room.
No sweat, Mr. Grenville. I'll tell them I know lots of terrific places right on the boardwalk where they can get great clothes for bargain prices. First, a little gambling. Then a little walk on the boardwalk. And then